Hi, my name is Tracy Carter, and today I will be making a coconut rum bread pudding using, of course, Philadelphia cream cheese. This is the star of the show today. So come on over, let's get started. With this bread pudding, we're going to make a Philadelphia cream cheese sauce. And it has 8 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese and a half a stick of butter or 4 tablespoons of butter. And what we're going to do is we're going to put it's in a double boiler, and we're going to melt the cream cheese, and we're going to melt the butter until it meshes. And once it meshes, then we'll be able to add the other ingredients. What we do is just to continue to whisk it, and you see how it's beginning to break down. It looks a little lumpy, and it's going to look that way until it's completely melted. The cheese and the butter have meshed and melted together. So what we want to do now is add 1 cup of powdered sugar, we're going to add a half a cup of corn syrup. This is going to be really sweet but really good, and it balances out once we get it all into the actual bread mixture. Okay, and then we're going to whisk this together. And we're going to let it cook on medium until the sugar dissolves. And as you can see, the sugar is dissolving really nicely. The sauce only takes a few minutes to make, maybe about 5-6 minutes to make. Okay, now the sauce is complete. Now that our rum sauce and our cream cheese sauce is finished, what we're going to do is add it to our bread. We use yeast rolls for this, and we tear it into small pieces, and it is 4 cups of yeast rolls. And this is a very, very simple recipe. What we're going to do at this point is we're going to pour the cream cheese sauce, Philadelphia that is, into the bread loaf. And then we're going to add a half a cup of whipping cream. This bread pudding is so rich and so good, and it wouldn't be called rum bread pudding without rum. So we have coconut rum, 1/4 cup. And what we're going to do is we're going to mix this up and allow the bread to soak all the way through. And I would dare say we want it to soak for approximately 5 minutes, 5 to 6 minutes, and then we'll be able to add the additional ingredients. Now once the bread has soaked up the cream cheese sauce and the whipping cream, we want to add 2 beaten eggs, slightly beaten, a half a cup of golden raisins, a cup of pineapples that are crushed, and a tablespoon, not a teaspoon, but a tablespoon of vanilla flavor. And we're going to just mix all of this up really well together. Doesn't that look good? And as we mix it, we want to just make sure that everything is combined together. The cream cheese and the eggs help hold everything together. Now we use coconut rum in this, and we actually use a coconut rum sauce at the end to put on top. But a lot of people don't like the consistency of coconut, so that's why we do that. Now in the pan that we use, what we want to do in this dish, we have 2 tablespoons of melted butter. So we're going to pour this yummy bread pudding. It is so good. Can't wait for it to be done. In here. And we're going to put it in the oven, and the oven is set at 350. And we're going to bake it for approximately 25 minutes or until it is firm. Now, as the bread pudding is baking, we want to make our coconut rum sauce. And how we make our coconut rum sauce is we have a stick of butter, and we just put it all in together. And 1 cup of sugar and a half a cup of half and half. And then we also have our rum that we will put in last. And what we want to do is, I love a whisk. It just helps to make things mix better. So we're going to whisk it together, and once it comes to a boil and the sugar is dissolved, we're going to move along and put in our rum. Okay, and once the sugar and the butter and it's all melted, then we just kind of let it boil for another like 2 minutes. And then we're going to turn the heat off, which, by the way, if I didn't tell you, we had it at like a medium-high heat, and everything's mixed together. And then we put in our almighty coconut rum. And we actually have 3 tablespoons. And we just whisk that, and we remove it from the heat. And we're all finished with the coconut rum sauce. The coconut rum sauce will go on top of the bread pudding once it's complete. Alright, bread pudding is done. And now what we're going to do is the best part. We're going to cut and eat. I would dare say to let it set for about 5 minutes. And it's so buttery around the edges because, you know, every piece will have a lot of butter on it because we had butter on the bottom of the pan. Okay. And what we want to do is we want to take the coconut rum sauce and we're going to just drizzle it over the top. This rum sauce is so good, so rich and sugary. This dessert definitely is not for somebody that's counting calories because it's a ton. What I say is life's short, eat dessert, and not only eat it, but eat it first. And we have coconut that we're going to garnish it with. Some people don't like coconut. They don't like the consistency or the texture, I should say, of it. But if you are a coconut lover, you could do this with it. And we will put a couple of pieces of fresh pineapple. And the best part is we're going to eat a piece. And the good thing about it, I'm using a spoon because I don't want to miss one drop. This is good. You know you wish you had some, don't you? I have a confession to make. My name is Tracy Carter, and I am a dessertaholic. Thank you.